position on the U.S. position in Nigeria. One of the things that I learned is that, I lived in the U.S. for 20 years, maybe 20 years without leaving the U.S. for more than a month in those 20 years at a time. And I know that whenever the U.S. government is entering any country for whatever reason, there's always multiplicity of attempts to swindle people, to force the country to part. The U.S. has practically become a pirate, stealing oil from high seas, snatching people for commercial reasons. It's not as if there's no difference between what they were doing when they came and took slaves away from here and what they are doing now. They are just a little bit more refined in the way they do, but the same way of extortion. And this is one of the outcomes you get. It's extortion. You go to a country and you bomb the country. In this case, we don't even know if anybody was bombed. Just some warheads that fell. Maybe they decided to use expired bombs so that they will not kill anybody. And you create panic. And the next thing, the U.S. government is out there. Republicans are collecting money as, what they call them, lobbyists. I'm sure beyond that, some of the politicians are already getting donations from Tinubu. Tinubu understands the U.S. very well. He lived there. He was there, as I've always said, as a criminal, because he was selling drugs. Yes. And so he understands them very well. He knows what they want. That's why he never spoke publicly when they were harassing him. And I'm sure they have a whole lot of dossier on him and has kept him very grounded in a way that he knows what will please them. But nothing is new. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. This is how the U.S. operates. And for those of you who don't understand, one day you will understand, because I know some of you are new to these things and you are always very agitated when Sowore tells you the truth about the U.S. The U.S. cannot save you except you save yourself. The U.S. has never saved anybody except the U.S. Even now, the U.S. is unable to save their citizens. They are killing people on their own streets for immigration offenses. They are killing their citizens. It's fascism, and it's the reason why some of us stand up and say it, even when it's unpopular. Yeah. As you are all aware, I think Donald Trump has more supporters in Nigeria than he has in the U.S. at this point. Yes. So, we know who his supporters are. They are the same people who said they want to save Nigeria. But, it's a higher level of consciousness that drives our own conversation about global politics. I mean, Pan-Africanists, cannot allow an African country to be run over by a U.S. president who has demonstrated fascism. That's my position.